Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Golden Gloves Chat Show. With me, my very special guest, my second guest actually of the year. I was going to say first guest, but I had Lamati here. Kevin Lerena, the current IBA Cruiserweight Champion of the world, and of course his brilliant trainer, Peter Smith. Peter, let me talk to you first. We've got a big fight signed and sealed now for your man, Kevin Lerena, against Bilal Laggoune on the 13th of March at Empress Palace on the Golden Glove Show. Kevin's just come off a fantastic win against Patrick Ferguson, great win at Empress as well on that Golden Glove Show, and he looked fantastic. And he's moving up a division now. He fought at a catchweight fight in December, and now he's fighting in the new Bridgerweight division. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, Brian, thank you. Very exciting for us and Kevin's career. This man's done so incredibly well, and there's so much happening, and the good thing is that we're getting the frequency of Kevin's career to ignite. We passed all the hiccups that we've had in the past, and we're looking forward to this back-to-back fight, and this opponent's going to be a great opponent for us because of this new Bridgerweight division that's actually come in. Kevin is like the highlight of the division now, and there's some dynamite names in the division. Yes, we have Bilal, which is he's on the top 10, I think, which is our it will be our first competition into this division, and good excitement for Kevin to really feel his comfort zone in this division and how he's going to deal with being where he's going to be fighting at that weight. I think it's easier for him, just making cutting ends with cruiserweights. Now you're going to find the heavier cruiserweight blossoming in this division, which I believe is critical for the heavier guys, because they're really struggling in the lighter in the cruiserweight division. We can still do it. I don't really enjoy the fact of yo-yoing weight in boxing, but I think we're set in stone here. We're going to be going.
Kevin, so congratulations firstly on a great win in December against Patrick Ferguson. Now you're fighting a guy by the name of Bilal Laggoune, and he's 25-2-2, you are 26-1, so you've got a pretty similar record. You've got 13 KOs, he's got 14 KOs, a good opponent. But let me talk to you straight off about the weight like we did now, like Peter just mentioned. Has it come at a good time for you? Because we've been chatting for years about weights and all your title fights, and you've done fantastic as a 6-time undefeated IBA champion, but you weren't looking at moving up in weight division, and now all of a sudden this WBC has brought out the Bridgerweight, which is brilliant. It's not perfect timing for you.
It has fallen into place perfectly, in what we would say perfect, but I think it's something that needed to be done. I think there's a big jump from 90 to the big heavyweights, the guys like Joshua, Fury, those guys are big guys, and I think it needed to be accommodated. I mean, if you look at all the other divisions, you got lightweight, you got junior lightweight, and you got bantamweight, junior bantamweight, so that they're there in those divisions. So the cruiserweight, super cruiserweight, which is now known as Bridgerweight, and then heavyweight. It's great. I'm fortunate to be in this position, Brian. We've worked hard as a team, and it's another step, and we're feeling it out. I'm not to say that I'm not going to go back to cruiserweight, or not to say that I'm never going to go up to heavyweight, but it's a great opportunity to be rated by the WBC at number 2 now. They've put me at number 2, so theoretically winning the WBC Silver against Bilal Laggoune, I'll be the mandatory for the world title.
Yeah, absolutely. So
that's a big thing, and I will be the first WBC Bridgerweight world champion. That's my goal. That's history on its own. So we're here to make history and set the bar high, and I think it's a step in the right direction for me.
Well, good luck with that. I believe it's a good decision for you to move up. You've always been a big cruiserweight, and you've outgrown the weight to a degree. So good luck in the new Bridgerweight division, and good luck for the WBC Silver belt on the 13th of March at Empress Palace on the Golden Glove Show. Bilal Laggoune is a good opponent. It's another step up for you. Every fight you have is kind of a step up. Talk to us how you feel about fighting Bilal Laggoune.
It's a good fighter. He's a good counter puncher. Watch a bit of his footage. Peter obviously studies most of what my opponent does to put together a game plan. He's a decent counter puncher. He's going to suit me. He comes to fight, which is good. I'm the type of guy I like to fight the guy who comes to fight. These guys who are on their bicycles don't really suit me that much.
Brings out the best in you.
Correct, most definitely. And he's fought Dimitri Kutcher, got a common opponent there. He's fought Raoul Murray. He just fought on the Eddie Hearn show now against Tommy McCarthy for the European world title, and that was a pretty close contested fight. So he's going to come to a fight. You know, he's a seasoned campaigner, and it's somebody that I have to beat. I don't see him standing a chance against me. I don't see anybody standing a chance against me, to put it. I'm putting it humbly, and to be honest, I worked really hard for this, and I've got a great trainer who hones my skills, and my skill set and my ring IQ is different to these guys. And I just want to beat him. And you know, he's a warrior. Any man who steps into the ring is a warrior, and he's got my respect. And I say that week in and week out, and people probably say, why does he keep repeating that? Because it's the truth. And most fighters don't get the respect they deserve. And I'm not talking about just the world champion, I'm talking about every single guy who steps through those ropes. You know, they're labeled by the public or by the fans, you can call them fans, I guess, or the people who are outsiders who have never stepped through those ropes, like slate them and badmouth them, and at the end of the day, that man's a warrior because he's doing something that they can't do. So I've got respect for every fighter. So it's a warrior sport, and I look forward to the 13th of March, a good undercard, and all warriors are going to collide on that night.
Fantastic. Well said, Kevin. Well, just talking about Dimitri Kucha, you got a great win over him, and Laggoune got a draw with him, so you're really one up there. How do you see yourself looking, let's say, on the 13th of March? You look good in December. You're obviously looking to improve all the time. You're that kind of fighter. How do you see yourself looking on the 13th of March at Empress Palace?
You're going to see a better Kevin Lerena than the 13th of December. You know, a lot of people they forget. I had bicep surgery and shoulder surgery 7 months prior to that fight.
Correct, yeah.
So that was, yes, a comeback fight, but also, you know, you got to build into it. Theoretically speaking, I shouldn't have fought in terms of the rehabilitation process for a bicep tenodesis and a shoulder operation, but I did. So they're going to see a better Kevin Lerena, and there's no excuses. I won well, but I just know that wasn't me. I mean, I was firing a little bit slower than I would, you know, but that's purely because I was just getting back from major surgery. So it was a great fight for me at that given point in my career. I know when the belts are down and the stakes are high, like this fight, in terms of what's to come, you'll see. Well, I always say you'll see the best Kevin Lerena, and I say you'll see the best Kevin Lerena because I want to improve with every fight. If I improve 1% with every fight, then I'm a better fighter than I was my last fight, and that means I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So it's just about going forward for me.
And as you said, you know, Bilal Laggoune comes to fight, which suits you. It brings out the best in you, anybody that comes to fight. So good luck with that. 13th of March, we'll see you again. We're going to still talk a lot before that.
For sure.
But that's going to be a great show at Empress Palace, 13th of March on the Golden Gloves tournament. Last words from your trainer, Peter Smith. The man will be up for it on the 13th of March.
Yeah, Brian, I'm very excited for him, and this is going to be a great year for us. You know, I know, you know, the challenges that we've had, and I'm on fire for this. And yeah, this is Kevin Lerena's year. Fantastic. So we're positive. We're gonna roll, and yeah, let's get the show on. For sure.
Well, there you heard it from Peter Smith and Kevin Lerena and me, Brian Mitchell. Thank you for watching our Golden Gloves Chat.